5 weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Well, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. He's taking a shot on his first play. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down. He'll throw it. And here we go. Right away, we've got a loose ball. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Walker finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They motion the slot man right. From the 26 on 2nd down. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 3rd and short. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. the 48. Throw left side, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play, and it'll give him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll try and punch it in. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 46. Looking right, and he finds him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now Walker. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Escapes a defender. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from this one right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They've got first and goal to work with. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. Play action on first down. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Options are open here. It's second and inches. From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
He's got Smith. And they bring him down around the 34. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. He's got it at the 6. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
This offense getting all set for this series. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 3rd and just 2 to go. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Walker to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. That finds Gibson complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Simple dive up the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete to Coleman. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Austin. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun here. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Back out runs their offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Walker. He's got it. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Pass play on 1st and 10. Cut by Gibson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They put a receiver in motion here left. From the 39. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll throw it again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin in the Alamo city of San Antonio, Texas, where you see the final score there. 20-14, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. J.J. McCarthy leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. 30-17, the final score.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Play action on first down. He's finds Smith. They gain 14 on the play, and that'll give them a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Throwing here, Walker escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Handoff on second and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Walker has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on fourth and short inside of field goal range. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
Going to the ground again on first. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Walker looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys push their lead to 18. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. To throw here on first down. Complete out to the right. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
The offense headed back to the field. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a give up the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Walker. Taken in by Smith. And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
trying to push this past the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He's got Smith. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. Sheds off a rusher. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Walker setting up to throw. And a connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense running back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Getting right back to it after that interception. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll try and throw it here. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Now this offense getting set to work here. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. 1st and 10 from the 41. A give now from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Man in motion, headed right. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, For a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Here comes their offense out again. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He throws a bullet deep. Oh no, they get him yet again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. I suppose we shouldn't be surprised to see him make another play at this point. It has been an incredible performance from him, and now it's one for the record books. He just tied the most interceptions in a single game with 4.
You never ever want to casually toss a record out there as a possibility, Kate. But the way he's played throughout this game today, you knew he had a chance for it if they were going to test him again. Congratulations, man. And now maybe, just maybe, they'll stop throwing his way.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Austin. These guys close to picking up their 5th win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Another carry for him. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It was a great effort from our winners as we say so long from Austin.